Welcome back in another tutorial, and in this tutorial class we are going to learn how you can basically create the AI racing vehicles that who can race with us. Okay, suppose you have a racing game right now which we are basically creating, but you doesn't have any AI vehicles that will race with you in offline, so it will look very awkward and it's not look like a game. So that's why I'm going to make that, and I already take more than, I guess it's 2 to 3 weeks to figure out the most easiest way to create the AI vehicle that who can race with us. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. The first thing, in my content browser, because we already create a in our blueprint slash player, we already create a BP, so we are going to simply duplicate that and let's rename to AI RC BP. Okay, this BP will be allow us to, this is going to be our AI. Okay, and we also need one more thing, that is basically the path that which basically our AI will be follow. Okay, so we'll be make a basically a track for him, so he will be follow that track. So let's make that. So in the blueprint class at the actor, let's create a class called path. Okay, path BP. So in this path BP, we are basically going to create basically the path system. So I'm going to use this sprint line because this is the most easiest way, but I'm also going to show you one more easiest way to figure out this issue, that our AI vehicle can follow this path. So at here, let me just simply connect them all into here, and let's simply drag and drop our path at here. So in the blueprint slash player, oh sorry, in the path, let's simply drag and drop, and let's make the path sum up like that, so it will look great. And also it's give us some, basically it will be more easy for us to navigate. Now simply let's create the line. Okay, so this drops on this way, our AI will be follow us. Okay, so simply, or not follow us, he will be basically follow this path. So simply just make this one. It's on you that how much density the spin you will be give, but in my case I suggest you to, if you want a perfect track, you must need to give enough point, so it will be look very smooth. As you can see, it's looking totally very smooth, but if I want, I can give it like one at here and one at here. Okay, but yeah, for get more smooth, I just making like this. And now let's some like this. Make sure this is a vehicle, that's why I'm just making the curve some smoother. Okay, now at here I'm going to make a decision stuff, like it will be making next video maybe, like our AI can basically decide that in which way he need to go. Like there's a two way I make, that one is like this or one is like this. Okay, so we'll be set up at later, but for now let's leave this like this and let's make the track system basically. Okay, now inside of our track BP, I'm going to add a cube. This cube represent the location of the spin line point, and our AI basically follow this cube. Okay, so at the event begin play, what I'm going to do with this cube, I'm going to add first a collision. Okay, so with the collision we can basically verify that our vehicle is near of our this thing or not, this this cube or not, so then our cube can transform in next location. Okay, so the basic logic is, you can say like when our vehicle, just suppose this is our AI vehicle, and whenever our AI vehicle just overlap this collision, so then this the cube automatically positions into this next spin line point. So basically our AI will be get automatically that okay, now where he need to go next. Okay, so in this way he will be basically loop type do everything and he just follow this path. Okay, so this one I found most easiest way to figure out, or that's why it's take too much time for me, because this tutorial is not available in YouTube YouTube or any others or too. That's why. Now let's make the collision some bigger. So let me just get it in my left screen and let me just adjust from here. I guess if our AI come on this location, this is 800, let's give it 800, then our this cube will be shift to next location. Yeah, I guess this is enough good. Now let's do the inside code that whenever our vehicle will be overlap on this one, that on event begin overlap, so we need to give that the who will be overlap. So cast to RC AI BP, that is our AI vehicle, and whenever it will be overlap, it will be basically shift to the next position. So now how we get the next position? So first from this spin line we can get segment SEG, I guess. Yeah, get number of segments. So this will basically represent the all the spin line, and in your spin line how much this point have, it will be count all in this number. Okay, so we can use that. So what I'm going to do, in first time on event begin overlap, we'll be going to set our cube location. So set location, and we can use world location, even that reactive location. So but I suggest to use the reactive or relative location, because it's always pick from the root. And then let me just convert that to a function. It will be more easy and it will be look more clean. That location setter. So instead of that, I simply pass the location, and now it will be look more clean, like that, simply clean. So now in the event begin play, what I'm going to do, that I'm going to take this spin line location, this point location. So get location, and you find that spin line point. Okay, so this present basically this. So in by default, or the first time, it will be basically get the location in the local base, that is from the point line 0, that is basically this one, and it will be first time basically set this to this location. So we will be connect the return, and the second time, every time it will be whenever it's overlap with the number, we can basically plus that, and will be get a new location. So for do that, we will be basically create a local variable, that next location number, and inside of that next location number, what I'm going to do, I can simply get that and simply plus that, that is operator that add, and it will be basically increased to value 1, and then it will basically set something like this. But before do that, it will be also check if this value is equals, then okay, equals then this position. So what will be, it's mean that like how much spin number we have, it's been that the lap has been over, he don't need to do anything more. So it'll be simply basically if it's false, then he should be work, otherwise he not should be work. Basically this is the AI logic should be. So if it's false, then he should be do this. And now what I'm going to do is that whenever we set the location, now we'll be get this one again, that is get location, and we'll be get the point number to this, that okay, he need to now give me us, or he need to give this location index location, and the target is basically our spin line, and then he will be set again to the next location. Okay, and now make sure that everything in a local base working. So compile save. So now what we need to make is let me just remove this one, and now let's drag and drop our AI vehicle at here. So this is our AI vehicle, and now instead of our AI vehicle, we need to write some code. The first code we need to write that, let's remove these lines of code, that fixer, location fixer, and then camera activator, we don't need even this. Then the camera position, this is for player. Hard brake we can use, but I'm just disabling for now the inputs. And the brake, okay, there's a steering wheel and the throttle, and there's some brake. So I'm going to disable all of these inputs, because we are going to use our own custom one, because this is a AI vehicle. So simply remove, and in the target angle dumping orientation we can leave it how it was right now. So let's remove this one. Okay, pretty much okay. Now at the in the variable section we'll be give the path reference, so I'm called that with a path ref, and let's search our path bp at here. So path bp, and I'm going to take the object reference, and the object reference will be set it to instance editable and exposed on blueprint. So whenever you choose this car, if you go to details panel, we are basically able to choose the path ref. Okay, so let me just make it something like that, it will be look more great. Okay, and now like this we can basically choose that path, and because we have that path, okay, so we can basically get that cube location. So in the event tick, let's create a sequence simply and get that at here, and with a sequence node, and in the throttle inputs let's create that random float range, and I'm going to set the value to 0.4 to maximum 0.5, even we can set to 0.3. And one more thing, in our vehicle movement component, because this is basically a very high tech vehicle, or this is a very sport vehicle, so I'm going to set the maximum rpm for 7,000 to 4,000. okay, so it's maybe highest can go 70 kilometers, and then I'm simply connect with this one, the throttle. Now we need to set the location of the string input. Okay, now you have a question that bro, how we can do this thing? It's basically super easy. We need to get our path ref, and from that we can get our cube location. So get cub cube, and reactive or relative location or transform, you can get the transform location whatever you want. I'm going to take the cube transform. From that we need to split that, and then we need to split that again if you want, it's on you, but we are going to set find look at location, or sorry, find reactive look at rotation. You can also use find look at rotation, it's on you. I'm going to use this one, and we'll need to get the start is basically our own actor location. So get location, and oh, we can get actor location, maybe should be code available. Yeah, get actor location, and simply the target is basically our this one, and the return we are basically only need the pitch, I guess, and simply connect with this and compile save. And now if I click on play, this vehicle should be start working. Let's check. Oh, there's some issue in my this first vehicle. Okay, because I said that, but yeah, there's this maybe issue can become because this is a steering wheel data. So the most easiest way is to do you can set the let's try first with the look at rotation. If it's not work, we'll be basically rotate our vehicle. Let's see. Yeah, that is spin line is working. Let's set it to not this one. It's doing that opposite one. Why? Let's try to get fine a look at reactive, and get actor transform, and now let's connect, try to I'm so sorry. So sorry. And then click on play. Okay, it's going to be very lol stuff. So let me just remove these lines of code, and let's set basically most easiest code, that set actor rotation, and instead of that at the rotation we can basically connect that. But before do that, I'm going to set get location reactive, and from that basically I'm going to search that find look at location target start, and it should be something like this. Let's see, it should be this time work. Oh yeah, maybe I forget to this is teleport physics. And then one more, I guess I need to just uh this to 2000, let's set it to 2000. I guess the RPM is too basically too much high. It's doing, but it's doing something wrong. uh let's see what is basically the issue. Look at rotation. Look at rotation. Let me try my first VP which I created on here. This throttle gate. Okay. Oh, I get the wall location. Oh yeah, got it. Not the this one. I get location, that is the wall location. Now it should be work. Yeah, now it's working. So now as you can see, it's following this one, then it will be follow this one. So basically we have some AI vehicle right now in our follow. So we can, it's mean that we can now create multiple vehicle like this. There's a no issue, all the vehicle will be follow this path. Okay, even we just make them something like this even. Oh, I guess some spawning issue happened. Let me see, why am I spawning? Oh yeah, now as you can see, tons of AI vehicle, we have them all, and they're basically all trying to reach that. Okay, so now there's a problem can become that basically individually there's a one vehicle basically hitting that, and then for others it's basically going to be very tough. Okay, so yeah, that is basically going to be some problem, I guess. We'll be fix that later too, but let's increase the RPM to 4000. Okay, because it's looking very slow. And yeah, so there's a more way to create that the system. Okay, like suppose now this vehicle is staying at here, and yes, I guess that it's only go maximum 60 to 70 kilometer per hour, and it will not go too much faster. Yes, as you can see, this will be happen. Basically all the vehicle will try to follow that first one, so we need to set up that individually. Okay, so for fix that, we'll be fix that later, but for now that system is working basically which one we need. So I guess you understand. Thank you so much. See you in next tutorial part. Yeah, bye bye.